game between Barcode and Revzcards.
And as we are ready, everyone at home is ready. Let's go into it and let's see who's going to be the winner. Is it going to be Revzcards getting back into this tournament? He has won the coin toss at least. Or is it Barcode, as you said, doubling down on his win in the first round?
Can the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck set up enough disruption to stop the Snake Eye Fiendsmith coming online here? We do have Spirit with Eyes of Blue immediately off of that Kaiser Seahorse. Neo Kaiser Seahorse, rather. Not a tribute into a light monster, but rather just a Link Away. But that Link Away is going to get Effect Veilered away, as it does now just sit with 300 attack points, doing not a whole lot of much for this turn.
Two things accomplished through that. First of all, no Mausoleum of White searched. Second of all, no way of summoning back the Blue Eyes White Dragon from the graveyard or summon it from the hand. We sent the Maiden of White to the graveyard though there, so maybe we have another way of getting our Blue Eyes from our deck possibly. Or maybe it's waiting in the hand. What's next for Revzcards? Because the important thing here is, due to not getting Mausoleum of White, we also do not get a second normal summon, so maybe Revzcards was banking on that. Okay, Wishes for Eyes of Blue is the best search card this deck has. Discarding an Effect Veiler, any response? Nope. That's really, really, really good for him here.
Is that all the turn one disruption we see from Barcode here? Is that the only hand disruption we had available to this deck? Is it even Fiendsmith Snake Eye again? Who knows, but right now, the Blue Eyes White Dragon deck is the one that is able to do what it wants. Ultimate Fusion being added to the hand here. Sage with Eyes of Blue also going to follow here. Sage with Eyes of Blue going to resolve comfortably. That Spirit with Eyes of Blue is removed from the extra monster zone. We've freed up some space, and we've created the Blue Eyes White Dragon
and that is
on the
our
field.
way of now getting Maiden of White from the graveyard back to the field. Very, very, very strongly and well done here by Revzcards. And the Ultimate Fusion actually is quite of an interesting card because the Blue Eyes players are kind of split on running this card or not. But it does give you some very, very impressive and powerful options to summon out. And I mean, I think he said it in his interviews as well. He wants to summon Magia this weekend. So let's see whether he will be doing that on stream successfully even in this round.
Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon going to be an
hold on.
here as Magician Soul's going to also resolve. Illusion of Chaos being sent from the deck as well does suggest that this is not the end for Revzcards. His combos continue. You see Barcode just watching the magic happen. The magic courtesy, of course, of the Magicians that are currently resolving their effect in that main monster zone.
Indeed, and therefore we do now have another spellcaster on the field. I like the inclusion of Magician Souls, honestly, because the deck is all about having spellcasters on the field or dragon monsters to go into your powerful Link 1. And having another one of those with the Magician Souls certainly can't hurt. And the best thing about that Maiden is that it can not only activate from the hand, but also from the field. So True Light still finding its way onto the field, and the Ultimate Fusion is ready to be activated now as well. Revzcards has a ritual monster in the graveyard, and therefore we use Illusion of Chaos and the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, which also got in there to bring out the Dragon Master Magia. What a combination! The original Blue Eyes White Dragon next to the also powerful fusion monster here.
5,000 attack points. We said Trident Dragon is great, but right now this is currently topping it. Crazy attack points on this monster and an equally as impressive effect.
It doesn't get much better than that. Level 12, 5,000 attack points. Kaiba would be proud, and Revzcards is even prouder right now as he goes into another copy of Spirit with Eyes of Blue. Linking off. Okay, we do also get access now apparently to Heretic Seals of the Heavenly Spheres. There it is.
Extra disruption as well, being in the extra monster zone does suggest that the disruption coming from Revzcards should be enough to stop at least 2 of the opportunities from Barcode here to get established onto the field. Snake Eye Fiendsmith, very consistent, very much able to accomplish a lot off of a single card resolving, but is Revzcards' established field enough to stop that completely? It wasn't enough to deal with Tempai Dragon, but can it deal with this Fiendsmith's track that has been activated here? One Light Fiend going to be added to the hand here. Is it Fabled Lurie? It is.
It is Fabled Lurie indeed, and honestly, after that defeat in round number 1, what a way to come back into this here in the second round, because that is a field way better than the one he created in the first round. We have the Heretic Seal, we have the Magia, and it's also backed up by the Majesty. Oh, please note, we're not discarding the Lurry, but instead just sending the Engraver to the graveyard and Troll and Lockford on top of all of that. And look at Barcode laughing about it. He knows no more searching, no more drawing, no more nothing from here. Normals the Lurry. And now that he normal summons this, we could just use the Seer to bring it back into the hand, honestly.
Yep, being a Light Fiend does mean we have access to some of these Fiendsmith extra deck monsters, but again, that relies on being able to use it as Link monster. That relies on it being able to be on the field to be used as that Link material, and unfortunately, it's now in the hand. Heretic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres, as you mentioned, able to run that disruption. We've used the one normal summon for the field, and we're met by a Blue Eyes Jet Dragon here to reinforce Revzcards' strategy.
We're getting them all this game, all the iconic Blue Eyes monsters. Revzcards really giving us a show here, and the show of Barcode's turn is over. End phase. Revzcards already with that 5,000 attack point monster on the field. And look at that, True Light in the end phase still will be able to bring back Blue Eyes White Dragon as well, which of course, 8,000 plus 3,000. As I said earlier, I'm a math guy. That's 8,000 points of damage.
You know, we did see the Lurry, and we know the Lurry is in the hand, but ultimately did not see that many hand disruptions from Barcode, so I'm curious to see what is actually currently there.
I mean, I think we might just head into the battle phase here. Look at it. It's that easy. That's 8,000 points of damage.
If there were any answer here, it would have been used already, but I guess we'll find out right now. That's perfect 8,000.
We're going to see the beautiful animation of Blue Eyes White Dragon attacking for a game. Look at this. You don't see that very often.
Stream of destruction.
That's so beautiful to see. And Revzcards is back into this tournament after dropping round number 1 with what kind of a show he got back into it here.
Yep, the Blue Eyes White Dragon able to come out ahead there, able to take down the deck of the format. The Snake Eye Fiendsmith never really allowed to actually establish any kind of a field against that onslaught of the Blue Eyes White Dragon and against Revzcards as he looks for his 3rd title here.
Yeah, and I mean, you were kind of upset after Revzcards' first round that Blue Eyes couldn't pull through because you are a big fan of the Blue Eyes strategy, but now it came back, and in what kind of way it came back as well, because you gotta say, I don't know whether the Ultimate Fusion, I think I would say less people are running it, but the fact of playing it here paid off big time.
Yeah, ultimately the Ultimate Fusion was able to get out the Ultimate Fusion monster and ultimately win that duel convincingly for Revzcards.
Funnily enough, I mean, the stats, the level, everything is impressive, but usually it's about the strong effect, but he didn't even need to use that, right? It was purely about the attack points. He did not need to use that effect at all, which is funny.
I don't see that card enough to be super familiar with the effect off the top of my head, so
it's
please
multiple
explain.
negates, actually. You can negate spell cards, trap cards, monsters, so it's like, it's actually just stopping your opponent from whatever you're doing, but who else to be explaining that than Revzcards, who's our winner, of course, of this round, so let's throw it over to the interview with Ad and Revs.
Thank you very much, Basti. I am here with Revzcards, and every time I'm not stood next to you, I forget how much taller than me you are. This is sort of like 5'11" versus 6 foot be-like kind of memes. Well, congratulations on that. We finally saw the Blue Eyes get the win, but more importantly, we saw the one reason you came to this tournament, and that was to summon Dragon Master Magia.
Exactly.
Which you finally did. So is that it? You going home now, packing it up?
I mean, I'm still in the running.
Okay.
It was a very important match. We get second in the group stage, go to the semifinals, take the whole thing.
There we go. See, very, very confident, and you're pretty happily, navigated with the Blue Eyes deck. Do you reckon Blue Eyes can carry you to victory?
I think naturally it's kind of a bricky deck, so you kind of hope you don't see things like Blue Eyes White Dragon in your opening hand. If you don't, Great, exactly. We'll see what happens.
We'll see. Well, best of luck in those. You've done very well in that last duel, and that was a very fun one for us to watch. And like you say, you managed to get Dragon Master Magia.
Blue Eyes animation.
It's so good. What a way to end it as well. And also Ibriz in the commentary going, burst stream of destruction. So everyone was enjoying that. Congratulations, Revzcards, and best of luck in your upcoming couple of games. So next up, we have Colossus versus Elgardian Celta. And we're going to show you the Elgardian Celta interview once more because we played it earlier, but apparently you at home didn't get to hear it. So here it is again.